All right. Bloodworks Live Studio. How we feeling, Portland? We feeling good? It's Wednesday. I feel like, and we had a holiday on Monday. I'm just like all over the place. I don't know how you guys are feeling. But I'm so glad you're here. We're very excited to have Mahalia with us for a quick, interview, a performance. She's going to do a meet and greet with you guys. But you got to, give her some love so she'll come out here. All right? So make some noise for Mahalia! Woo! Hello, darling. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. So I wanted to start this new thing in 2020, and you're going to be the first person I do this with, so hopefully you're down.
Okay.
So I want to start off our conversation with a peak and a pit of your day. Have you ever done that before?
No.
Like your peak. Like what was the highest moment of your day?
Today.
Yep. And what was, I guess, the not so cool moment of the day?
Ooh. So my peak of today, I think I just had a green tea.
Okay.
And I had... So I'm British and I know that we drink a lot of tea. Yeah, it's literally right there with my lip gloss on. So the thing about meet and greet, right, so basically I stopped drinking coffee like 7 months ago.
What?
I know. So I stopped drinking coffee and I used to drink like 4 or 5 cups a day. So I used to love coming out here because, you sit in a diner and they go, can I give you... And I'm like, yeah, give me a top
All
up.
of it.
So I love coffee. And when I gave up coffee, I was really finding it hard. This is so stupid. I'm sorry. This is silly. But the little things make me really happy. So I gave up coffee and I'm thinking, right, what can I drink that's not going to hurt me, but give me some buzz. Yeah. And then I found green tea.
There we go.
And so now when I get my green tea in the day, I'm like,
ready to go.
Exactly. So that was my peak, which sounds really sad. It's also a peak to be here and be sat here with you guys and be in Portland. I love Portland. But yeah, the last time I came out here, I literally went home saying that I was going to move to Portland.
Well, we would love to have you, please.
And then my pit, is that the one? My pit, you know what? Being totally honest, I actually had a real knock today. I woke up this morning and so first of all, I'm jet lagged. So I've been out here now for like 5 days and I'm still trying to
catch up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I go to New Zealand on Friday. So a part of me is like, there's absolutely no point in catching up because I'm about to absolutely lose
Cross the international date line and all that crazy stuff.
But this morning I woke up thinking that I was in my bed at home. And when that happens, it rarely happens, but sometimes with the lag, it happens. And I woke up this morning, genuinely, I had my little teddy bear and I was like, where am I? And I had a full-blown 3-hour
panic attack?
No.
Oh.
No, but I was really weepy and I was genuinely, for the first time in maybe 2 years, really homesick.
Yeah.
And I don't really get homesick. So this morning was
kind of rough.
I had a pit this morning, definitely.
Well, we're going to try and make this feel as much like home for you as possible. I mean, the rain is probably helping.
Totally helping. I stepped off the plane woo, I might as well be in London. Yeah.
Well, awesome. Let me think what my peak is. Definitely you being here.
Oh, I love that.
And everyone here, I'm sure that's their peak as well. I mean, we've been getting blown up for meet and greets to have you. So we're very, very gracious that you're here. So thank you. My pit, I currently have heartburn. So
really?
I'm going to have to eat some Tums
after this. You have it right now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
whatever I have for lunch is just sitting right here. So fun fact for everybody. Definitely going to be chewing on some Tums after this.
Oh my God. I currently have heartburn.
So let's talk music.
Yes.
Your debut album, Love and Compromise, is out now.
It is.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you are currently on this single with Ella Mai. Or I should say Ella Mai is currently on this single with you. What you did. What version did you grow up on? Because it's a sample.
It's a sample.
And I wanna see which one you kind of listened to.
So I obviously grew up knowing Cameron.
Right.
And knowing the old boy. Exactly.
Yeah.
But my mum reminded me that she would have played me Rolls Royce when I was a kid. So I think, if I'm being honest, probably Rolls Royce, but in my music,
most memorable.
Exactly, it was definitely Cameron because that was the thing in school.
So the Rolls Royce was also covered by Mary J. Blige.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys knew that, but the I'm Going Down song.
I found that out 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I literally had never.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah. So yeah.
So fun music facts for you today. What was it like getting in the studio with Ella Mai? Or have you guys been friends for a while? Have you collaborated before?
So we haven't collaborated before, but we met 2 years ago. I was doing a show in LA, and she came to the show, which was like a massive shock for me because it was a really small little venue, and she showed up, and then she came backstage and we chatted for a bit, and we kind of, you could tell that we immediately got on, but we didn't have long enough to kind of talk. And then she invited me on tour. And then I went on tour with her, really got on, had a really great time. And this song wasn't supposed to happen. The album was done, dusted, delivered.
Right.
And then Ella Mai, she just texted me saying, "Is your album finished? Because I'd love to be a part of it." I know, like what a champion. I was like, yes.
Were you weeping when you got that text?
I was weeping for so many reasons because I was really excited, but I was also like, oh my God, I'm about to deliver. Like I was delivering that album like 48 hours later.
Oh.
Yeah. And delivery is so like, if you miss delivery, you miss everything.
Yeah.
So I was scared. But we did it.
And you got it done.
Yeah.
I love that. You are nominated for how many Brit Awards?
One. Yes.
And the Brit Awards are like the Grammys for you guys over there, right?
Yeah.
Is this your first time being nominated for?
No, I was, well, yeah. No, I was nominated last year.
Okay.
But I was nominated for the Brits Critics' Choice, which is really, it's just as incredible,
right?
But it's different because it's like it's basically pre the ceremony, so you find out who wins before the Brits have even happened.
Oh wow!
So I was nominated for that last year, which was amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be nominated this year, when I found out, I was on holiday. I went away for the New Year and I was in Ibiza with some friends. And I found out, and we were in this little Spanish cafe eating like potato and sausage and like a really like crappy lunch, like potato sausage, like way too much ketchup and mayo, and
comfort
like
food.
Everybody had a bit, yeah, and like we all had beers, and I found out, and I literally was crying for like 2 hours.
Yeah, this is like the British Grammys, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's huge.
It's the same magnitude of.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, but I think it was also just the actual category itself, because I think, you know, I actually wasn't expecting to get a nomination, but if I had have done, in my head I thought maybe I'll be in Best Newcomer or maybe like Best New Artist, or so to be in the Best British Female with all of those women, for me is like mind blowing.
It's like Charlie XCX,
exactly.
Mabel,
FK Twin.
Yes, yeah, love it. Do you know what you're wearing yet?
Absolutely not. I don't know what I'm wearing most days.
Like hours before she hits the red carpet or whatever color carpet it is. Oh yeah, I put it together, no problem. I was going through some articles about you, and this one headline caught my eye, and I thought it was hilarious.
Wow.
I think it was off like BBC, and I'm gonna read it verbatim here. Mahalia, the singer drunk dialing her way to fame. And I was like, I'm clicking on that. And I think they were talking about your single Sober.
Yes.
And that's obviously about like an ex and like going through that and like all that stuff. Talk us or kind of give us the vibe on how you kind of get those emotions out on paper or turn it into art. Because for me personally, when I go through a breakup, I'm just like
shut down. Okay, I get that. I am like that too sometimes. I promise you that I actually don't know. And sometimes songs will come out of me and I'll like, after I've done it, it's almost like being drunk. It's like after I've done it, I'm like, wait, I don't even know how that happened.
Right.
I don't know. I've definitely always been an oversharer.
Okay.
So when I was a kid, one of my most amazing stories in my head is when I was 13, I really liked this boy at my school. And this is like maybe like the second or third song that I'd ever written. And it was called Marry Me. And we were having a Friday show and tell. And it was an assembly. And bearing in mind, there's like 300 kids in my year. So there's 300 kids in this room. And I've decided in my 13-year-old brain that it's a smart idea to get up on stage with my guitar and go, I'm singing this song for, and then play Marry Me. And I, you know, as much grief as I got after it. The courage. And I still really thrive off that moment. I really loved having that. I love the shock factor. And I love the fact that, you know, like if I'm being negative or positive or loving or hateful about somebody, normally a guy, I kind of love that I get to share that. And I love because I don't, like there's this massive thing around me and like hating men. And I find it so crazy because I'm like, I totally love guys. Like I just happen to have had some really bad ones in my life. But
you gotta, send that warning out to everybody else.
I know, yeah, but no, I just genuinely, in answer to your question, sorry, I really just love songwriting, and I love putting my feelings in somewhere and like putting them there, and also sharing them. I love the fact that other people could possibly relate to them.
And people, absolutely, and people can kind of like get through what they're getting through.
Yeah, I love that.
Your pain. So thank you for sharing that. So after this, you're off to New Zealand, Australia for a tour, right? Yeah. What else is on the way from you before we wrap up and get into some music?
So then I get home, and I'm home for 3 months.
Wow.
Which, that's
the longest, right? That you've been home in a while.
Like for me, that's like
3 years.
Yeah. And just the idea of like being in one place for 3 months, seeing my family is a massive thing because I haven't seen them in a while. And just I need to start writing again. I just came out of a relationship, so I've got like a year of backed up stuff that needs to come out of me.
I can't wait for that.
And then I want to be around musicians again. And like, I mean, I spend most of my life around musicians, but touring is a whole different beast. Mm-hmm. And I want to be in boxes again until like 2 a.m, just like letting stuff out. And I want to do normal stuff. Like I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I really want to learn to drive this year. I know, but it's like, I was saying to you earlier, it's like for me, I need to learn to drive so that whenever I'm in situations with guys, I can get myself out of them without having to stand on people's doorsteps booking Ubers.
Yeah. That awkward, like 7 minutes away. It's like, shit. Yeah. No, I should have scheduled the Uber.
Yeah.
Well, I love it. Thank you so much for the conversation. Are you guys ready to hear some music? Yes! Give it up for Mahalia. Amazing.